Hello all you beautiful people, how are you doing today? This is Lava Temptress and welcome to my channel, or welcome if it is your first time. So today we're going to be talking about Bonsai. All about this beautiful mod that is set inside Sky Factory 4. It is in other mod packs too, but today we're going to talk about all the recipes and everything that are involved with it inside Sky Factory 4, because that is what we are playing right now. So Bonsai is going to be a big part of this pack. So we need to know what the heck we're doing with it, right? So first of all, we're going to need some bricks. So we're going to take clay and we're going to put it in this furnace, and it's going to make us some bricks. So the bricks we're going to take and we're going to put 5 of them together and make a bonsai pot. So this bonsai pot we're going to put down here. You can put them anywhere, it doesn't matter. I just put them on the floor here, and you can put different things in them to make things grow. To start off with, you're probably going to have the most of dirt. So as you see here, we put dirt. I put a thing there. Hold on, because you know I just broke that because I'm an empty. There we go, and let's go into whoops. There we go. We should be fine. Alright, so let me grab over here. Good thing I had some extra. So if we put dirt in here, we're simply going to plant, I don't know why I didn't just use that one, whatever. So we're going to plant our dirt saplings, and you can plant multiples. You can plant them next to each other. When you get grass, then you can plant them in grass, and it grows a little bit faster in grass. So this is just the regular bonsai pots. So we're going to need a way to harvest these. Let me close these doors real quick. So in order to harvest them, we're going to either take an axe, which it can be any kind of axe including wood, or a hatchet from Tinker's Tools. Now I like to do the hatchet because then you can just stick it in here and repair it. The stone axe you can too, but we're just going to take it, whichever we choose to use. We're going to right click on here, and looky there, it gave us what was still going, and it doesn't uproot the tree, so the tree keeps growing. Every time the tree is fully grown, which you'll know because when you look at it, there we go, it will tell you what process it is in the growing stage. So once it's to 100%, you just click harvest it, and it'll keep doing its thing. So bonsai is really cool, but there's a lot of it, and there's a lot for us to go over, so it's going to take us a little bit. But these are the regular bonsai pots. So in order to get the hopping bonsai pots, we're going to need to make a hopper. Surprise! Right, we know how to make hoppers. That's regular Minecraft. So you take the regular bonsai pot and you put the hopper on the bottom, and it makes a hopping bonsai pot. Now the hopping bonsai pots are really cool because you can set them on top of a chest. You can do it just on one single chest. You can do it on 2 chests. That way you can leave it for a while. You can even do 2 chests and put 2 of them up on top. So let's say we want to do, well, we're doing really good, right? So we want to put grass in here. And then we need some more dirt. So we're going to put our dirt saplings in here. Now here's the cool thing. You can open it up. It's not a big deal. But when you open the chest, you'll see that it's going to automatically take whatever it grows, it's going to put it down in the chest, and it's going to keep growing again on its own. Now these do take a minute to grow. La la la. Fun, right? The waiting part. So as soon as they grow, I can show you. There they go. See how it just takes everything and automatically puts it in there. Now, if you want a certain resource faster, this is why I do 2 on top, because then you have both of these going into one chest. Now, this is perfectly fine too. It's just not going to give you as much resources because you only have the one. Now, there is faster ways to get this going. But in order to do that, we're going to have to progress our way up the trees. We know when we start with the dirt sapling. Well, if you started it properly. Because when you start, you have, voila, a dirt tree. So when you break the dirt tree with your crook, it'll give you a sapling. So that's how we're going to start with our dirt tree. So then we're going to advance. In order to advance to the next level, we want to make some oak wood slabs. So it's 3 planks across. It'll give us 6 slabs. We're going to take those slabs and we're going to make drying racks. So for the drying racks, we're going to hang them up. I like to do them like this. I think it looks cool, and usually the posts are a little bit wider, but I like to put them all the way around so I have plenty of space to hang stuff. So we're going to hang our dirt, what are these called again? Acorns. I always forget. They look like acorns, so you'd think I wouldn't forget. And the nice thing about these, when you're starting, they will just stay here. So if you go do your thing, come back. Now, it's not going to give you any extra, but there you go. I don't know why it doesn't want to do that one. Oh, because it's broken. Now, if you accidentally do it twice, now my sapling comes up. And the reason why that's handy is, what if you want to take the sapling out and put a different one in? You don't have to break the whole thing. You just hit it twice, and or before it's fully grown, and it'll just take it out. So no big deal. Now, these dirt acorns, it doesn't take too long, because as you can see, they're almost done. But it turns it into petrified. And petrified is the next one that we're going to want to do. So once you get 8 petrified, you're going to come over here. You have your petrified. We're going to take our dirt sapling, stick it in the middle, and now we have a petrified sapling. Yes, now stone, 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 right? So then, like I said, just pop that up and put our petrified in. So then when we do it, we'll get our petrified goodies, right? Okay, so there's a lot of things that are kind of weird with bonsai, which is why I wanted to do it. Let's go repair. This is the one I like to use, the stone axe, because then you can repair it there. The hatchet you have to repair, but it's on Tinker's, which is still fine, either way. Alright, so a couple things we're going to want to do. Now that we have petrified, we want to go in here and, that's clay. So we're going to take one of our dirt saplings, a dirt resin, which we get from harvesting the trees, and we're going to take petrified resin now that we have our petrified sapling, and that's going to give us our clay sapling. Yay, advancements, right? Okay, so now we have our petrified here in the middle, but see, what do I need to do next? So clay, sand. Whoops. Let me turn that off. So for sand, you need the sand acorns, but where do you get them without doing it, right? And be like, oh my gosh, but if you click over here, it'll tell you have to use a crushing tub. Well, we need gravel before that, so then so gravel needs to be the next one we do. And gravel, you take gravel acorns surrounded by a petrified, but again, we need the gravel acorns. So if you go over here again, crushing tub. So we're going to take these petrified, and I already have these over here. So if we pick them back up, you see I already have the petrified acorns here. So you put them in a tub and you jump on them on these crushing tubs, and that pops out and gives us gravel acorns. Where'd my other, there's my stack. We need at least 8 so we can get 1 sapling. So 7, 8. It doesn't take very long. It's not that big of a deal. Well, it kind of is, because it's just frustrating. So then we're going to put these all the way around our petrified, and that's going to give us our gravel sapling. All right, now for our sand one, we need to do the same thing, but now we need our gravel to grow. So we're going to take this one out. We're going to say, excuse me, I need gravel to grow. So then it's going to grow. It's going to give us acorns and resin. And then we're going to jump on the gravel acorns. And it's going to give us sand acorns. And again, you need 8. So just jump till you get 8 of them. And then we're going to take our sand ones, put them around to give us our sand sapling. So now we're all the way up to our sand sapling. You know, we're making good progress. And obviously, it's not going to be this fast in the game because I already have everything set up and I can grab stuff out. But this is the progression route you will take. Now, when you get to some of the other ones, you're going to be like, now, excuse me. Okay, so for lapis, for instance, we have to have clay and bone meal before that. And bone meal is actually... it's lead. That one I did wrong. Okay, hold on. This one. So for a cottonwood sapling, we have to get a jungle sapling. Well, how do we get a jungle sapling? Well, here's where some of the transformation things are going to come in, just like what we did here. And we had to turn these into different ones. Another one is apples. Once you are doing some of these and you get an oak sapling, you want to get some apples and crush those. Because then if you crush those, then you get your apple seeds. And when you plant your apple seeds, it will become a full-fledged apple tree. But you have to actually let it grow. Now it's an apple sapling. And that'll be important because we're going to need that to transform into a different sapling later. But then if it grows, which I don't know if it will here, but yeah, it's not going to grow there. But then when it grows, then you can get apples, you can get more saplings, you know the drill. All right, so transformation. The first one is we're going to take our sand sapling, put it in a cauldron full of water. And when we put it in that cauldron full of water, we get a birch sapling. And this is going to come in handy for some of our recipes, okay? Now for this one, we take the petrified, put it in, and voila, spruce. Now we're going to take the clay one, put it in. It's not working, but that's because it needs to be dirt. So we're going to take this piece of dirt. We're going to take this piece of dirt, we're going to put it in here and turn it into mud. So then we're going to take our clay sapling, stick it in the mud, and now we finally got our jungle sapling. So our jungle sapling, once we get that, we're going to have to let it grow because we need to take shears and get vines off of it. But once we do that, we can come over here and voila, we have our cottonwood sapling. Now, there's another one we need. So let's keep going. This is our apple sapling, which is why I showed you how to do that. We put that in the water and we get acacia sapling. Our coal sapling, we put that in the water. There we go. Our coal sapling, we put that in the water, and voila, dark oak. Lapis, which we haven't gotten to lapis, but lapis we put in the water, and that's how we get our mineral sapling. Now this one's a little interesting. This is a lapis sapling, but we need to put it inside milk. Well, how do you get milk? Well, you get milk the same way you normally get milk. You have to get a cow to spawn. Once you get a cow to spawn, you put it in there, and now we have a slime sapling. What? Yes. All right, so then slime can only be planted on slime dirt. Okay, so for our first slime dirt, let me see. For our first slime dirt, we're going to take a cactus and stick it in that milk that we just used to get the sapling, right? So you can use the same one. But for the cactus, you have to buy it at the marketplace. And we're going to need the marketplace for other things too. So you're going to have to buy it at the marketplace. There is some stuff that you have to buy. So you buy it with 8 vines, which no big deal. We got our jungle sapling, right? We can share it with vines. But these are different ways that you can, different dirt that you can put on your bonsai pots in order to make them grow at different levels. So we got our dirt, we got our grass, but we need faster bonsai pots, right? So then you would start with brown mulch. And as you see, it upgrades bonsai growth and loot drops growth rate, 142% drop chance, and 140% loot chance. So you take 2 sticks and cocoa beans, which we have our jungle saplings, so no big deal. And that'll give you 2 brown mulch. Okay? So then we're going to take our brown mulch. Oh, and we're going to use this here. I did not take out potatoes. Okay, we're going to take out some regular potatoes. And once you have a crusher set up, you're going to put some potatoes in there. Of course, it has to be powered. I have it creatively powered right now. But then that is going to give us this biofuel. Now, in order to upgrade to the next level, we need 4 biofuel and brown mulch in the middle. And that will upgrade us to yellow mulch. Then we have 166% drop chance to 150%. Very nice. It keeps getting better and better. Okay? Now, I didn't lay out the ones to go further and further because for amber mulch, you have to have substrate. And in order to do that, you have to have a PRC set up and all that. And that's way further down the line. And I'm trying to just show you some of the basic setups. So these two would be pretty, I mean, the brown mulch in the beginning is going to be the fastest one you can get to. And that'll be good until you're able to get your machines and stuff running. And then you can do the yellow mulch. So let's take yellow mulch and let's put some down. But then we want to grow, let's see. What do we want to grow? Oh, we never did our slimy dirt. So our slimy dirt, I showed you we need cactus. And slime dirt works the same way. You got your green slimy dirt, blue slimy dirt, and as you go further and further up, it gives you higher and higher spawn rates. So these are all in JEI, so they're easy to look up. But I just wanted you to be aware that there are ways to make your stuff grow faster. So if we tried to plant the slime on something else, it won't plant. But if we try to plant it on the slimy dirt, it'll go down, no big deal. So now our slime's growing, and we have that because we're going to need that for other stuff too. Okay, so now we need to get to some of the more important saplings. So this one is lapis, which we're going to have clay and bone, along with our dark sapling, our dark oak sapling that we made over there. Remember to make a couple. That way you have one growing in a bonsai pot because it'll give you extra saplings, and one to make whatever sapling you're trying to make. So that's how we make our lapis. We already went over cottonwood. Now, we're going to need iron as soon as possible, right? But how do you get iron? Because in order to make iron, you got to take your sapling and I'm pretty sure it is a, see, if you look here, you have to pour it over an acacia sapling. So we have our acacia, which is why I already had one. So you put it here, and in your melter you need iron. But how are you going to get that iron in there if you don't already previously have iron? Well, that's where amber comes in. So in order to make the amber, you need a coal tree, gravel tree, clay tree, and sand tree. So then you do 4 coal on the outside. The gravel and sand are replaceable, so it doesn't matter. They just have to go on either side across from each other. So it doesn't matter if gravel is there and sand is there, or vice versa. And then 1 clay in the middle. So then it gives you iron amber. Once you have iron amber, then you go over here. You place it inside your melter here. Not enough heat to melt this item. Okay, so you're gonna have to set it up with the other porcelain. Has to be with the... Okay, so you need to... Let me grab this real quick. Let me set this up. So you need a porcelain tank. And you need lava in there. You guys should know how to make lava. If not, well, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not in creative mode. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to want it this way. We're going to want it like that. We're going to want a bucket of lava. And now it's melting it. So once that's fully melted, we're going to take it and we're going to pour it over here with this drain. Now, of course, once you get your tinker smelter set up, it'll work much faster than this. But it takes quite a while for that to melt. So while that's melting, we're going to go ahead and look at some of the other recipes. So for the next one, gold. Okay, so once we have our iron and petrified, then we're going to need some flowers. Well, how do we get flowers right away? You just go over to your grass and you bone meal it. And just like that, we got the red. And there's yellow. So then you take your flowers, of course, you put them in your inventory and you turn them into dye. So once we've done that, then we can do our redstone sapling. And over here. Oh, there. And then the yellow in the middle will help give us our gold. But gold will need lead first, and yeah, just lead before we can do the gold. I didn't want to spell out each and every one, what was I trying to make there? Sand, gravel. I don't know. But lead is lapis in the middle, so you'd have to make sure you have your lapis first. Sand, iron, and petrified. So then we have our lead, and if we look at the saplings again, for the lead sapling, nope, that's diamond. There. For the lead sapling, we need a dark oak and then pour that over it. So, now that that is melted, because you can see it there, we're just going to simply pour it over here. And I just wanted to show you the basis, because this is going to work the same way in all the different ones where you have to pour it over. So this is what they mean. And there you go, we have our iron sapling. So it would work the same way with the lead, it would work the same way with silver, gold, tin, all the different saplings. Lapis. It takes a lot to get this going. It really does. So I'm going to pause for a minute and I'm going to go over and show you my world. Now, of course, on this world, I'm not using prestige mode. So some of these, like the mulches and stuff, and the higher slimy dirts, will be locked if you have prestige mode, and you have to unlock that. So keep that in mind too. And I'll be right back and show you how I have it set up on my world. Okay, this is my Sky Factory 4 world. I do have a full Let's Play, so you can check that out if you wanted to see. But this is how I have my bonsai set up. I have a double wide of each one of the trees set up. And you know what? I haven't even upgraded. I upgraded to fertile soil and that was it. Crazy, right? I know. I really should upgrade mine. I have it producing so well that a lot of times I don't even think about it. So, yeah, that's my excuse. Alright, so for instance, in here in the clay, if you need to know how to make, let's see, like redstone. A lot of times I need redstone, right? So if I go to redstone and then go over, and you'll see there's no recipe to make it from any of the stuff. That's because a lot of times it comes out in block form. So if you go to the block, you can see you can use redstone, of course, like normal, or you can use redstone acorns. But if you melt it to get destabilized, you can also melt the redstone resin. So once you get all this going, there's different ways to make everything. And the video would be way too long, and I think you guys would get pretty bored if I sat here and showed you how to make every single thing. That's what JEI is for. Look that up. But I know some of the things can be pretty confusing. So that's why I wanted to do a basics. If you guys have any questions on anything else, on how to do anything, craft anything related to bonsai, then just leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to help out as long as I can. Alright, well, hopefully this was helpful. Bonsai is a fantastic mod. I thoroughly enjoy it. A lot of these I have growing, and it's not something I use a lot, so I just leave it sitting in here. So, until I need it. But there's other things you can do. You can automate it and stuff, but that is for a different time. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if it was helpful for you at all, I would appreciate it. If you do your thing, like and subscribe. If you want to check out my full playthrough, make sure and check that out. I do have a full playlist. Still playing it, so check that out at the time of recording anyway. Alright, well that's it. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, this is Lava Temptress. Don't get burned.